Hello, this is Mr. Jones. I'm going to talk to you today about writing and evaluating expressions. To evaluate a variable expression, you first replace each variable with a number. Then you use the order of operations to simplify. So in this case here, evaluate 4y minus 15 for when y is equal to 9. So again, this is saying 4 times y. So when I'm working this problem, I'm going to substitute the 9 in for y. So I'm going to rewrite it to say 4 times 9 minus 15. Notice I didn't try to do the math beforehand. I went ahead and rewrote the expression with the substitute number in for the variable. Now I will use the order of operations to simplify. 4 times 9 is 36. Then I subtract the 15, and 36 minus 15 is 21. So again, to evaluate, you first substitute the number in for the variable that it represents, and then follow the order of operations and simplify. Let's try one more. Here I have evaluate 3 times a times b plus c divided by 2. And I'm going to use the values 2 for A, 5 for B, and 10 for C. So like I said in the previous problem, let's first substitute all the values in for the variables and rewrite the expression. So 3 times A is 2, times B, which is 5, plus C, which is 10, divided by 2. Now I will use the order of operations and simplify. 3 times 2 is 6. I still have the times 5 plus 10 divided by 2. Then I have 30 plus 10 divided by 2. And still following the order of operations, I will divide the 10 by the 2. So I have 30 plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 30 plus 5 is 35. So when I evaluate 3ab plus c divided by 2 for when a is 2, b is 5, and c is 10, it has a value of 35. Now I want to talk to you about writing a variable expression and then evaluating it to find an answer. Here I have a problem. Energy drinks come in cases of 24 bottles. Or cans, 24 bottles or cans. So each case contains 24 bottles. Write a variable expression for the number of cases a store should order to get B bottles of energy drink. Here they are giving us the variable of B to represent the number of bottles. And then I want to evaluate that expression for 120 cans or 120 bottles. So let's first write the expression that would represent the number of bottles. So B is equal to number of bottles. So in part A, I want to write the variable expression for the number of cases a store should order to get B bottles of energy drinks. So I would have to ask myself, how would I get that number? Multiply, divide? I think I would divide in this case. I would take the number of bottles, B, and divide it by the number of bottles per case, which is 24. And this should tell me how many cases I need to order. So in this case, B over 24 is my variable expression. Now part B asks, evaluate the expression for 120 bottles. So how many cases would I need in order to get 120 bottles? So here, B is equal to 120. So I want to use that and substitute in to my expression. All right, so better arrow there. So 120 over 24 simplifies to 5. So I would need to order 5 cases to get to 120 cans or bottles of energy drink. Let's do one more example where we'll write a variable expression and then evaluate it. Here I have a basketball coach going to order some tennis shoes for his team. Nike charges $60 for each pair of shoes and $10 for shipping. I need to write a variable expression for the cost of ordering the tennis shoes. That would include the shipping cost as well. And then I want to find the cost for ordering 8 pairs of tennis shoes. So let's look at the first part. Let's just call that part A. I need to write the variable expression here. So here I see that 1 pair of shoes would cost 1 times 60 plus another 10, so give me a cost of $70. 2 pairs would be 2 times 60, still the cost of $10, and that would give me overall cost of $130. So here is the only number that's changing each time, is the number of shoes being ordered. So I'm going to set up a variable to represent that. I'm just going to have n equal number of shoes ordered. So there's my variable to represent what is changing in this situation, and it is the number of shoes being ordered. The cost is still the same for each pair of shoes, and the shipping cost stays the same. So here I'm going to set up the variable expression. It's going to be the cost of the shoes times the number of shoes being ordered plus the $10 for each for the shipment to give me the total cost, right? So this expression will give me the total cost. Now part B, or the second part of this question, says, what would it cost for 8 pairs of shoes? So here n is going to be equal to 8. So I'm going to substitute this number in for n and evaluate. So 60 times n plus 10, and then I'm going to simplify this. So let's do 60 times 8 plus 10, and 60 times 8 is 480 plus 10. Add those together and get 490. So the cost for this coach to order 8 pairs of shoes would be $490. I hope this helps. Thanks.